Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my time management tips and how I personally manage my time while I am in college. I'm going to just give you guys some things that I do and some things that may help you out if you're going into college or if you're already in college and you want to know how to manage your time better. Before we get into this video, my hair is natural. I will be getting my hair done next week. And two, I just wanted to introduce myself because I do have a lot of new subscribers. Hi, my name is Kayla. I am a 22-year-old college student majoring in forensic psychology with a double minor in gerontology and neuroscience. So that's just a little gist about me. So now that you guys know what I'm majoring and minoring in, you guys know that those are pretty busy majors and minors on top of work and extracurricular activities. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop rambling and I'm going to go and get into my time management tips. So my first tip is going to be find what works best for you. Everyone can kind of give you different things that they do, and what they do may not work for you. You may have to pull tips from everyone and kind of compile them together and make your own little way of doing things. So my first tip is going to be to find out what works for you and to take what everyone else tells you to do as a grain of salt, just because everyone is different. And like I said, what works for you may not work for them, and what works for them may not work for you. My second tip is going to be to write everything down. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you use a Post-it note. I don't care if you put it in your phone. I don't care if you use a planner. Just write it down, because when things get hectic and your day is a lot busier than you planned it to be, you tend to forget things. My preferred method of keeping up with everything is I personally use a planner. I know you guys watched my school supplies haul and I did not have this planner, but I ended up getting a new one. I found this one at Target. So yeah, this is my preferred method of keeping up with everything. I personally use a planner. I tried to use my phone. It did not work out well for me. Some people use Post-it notes and they stick them, around the house, and that's how they remember things. That works for me with smaller things, like if I don't want to forget something. But for big things like exams, homework assignments, and things like that, I personally use a planner, and I will have a planner organization video coming up when school starts, so I will show you guys how I organize that. But yeah, like I said, just write everything down, because everything comes at you fast. Life comes at you fast in college, and I will be honest with you, your schedule doesn't always stay the same. There will be some days where you will have everything strategically planned out, and then something comes in and ruin it. You may get called into work, or you may have an event that you want to go to, and that doesn't go with what you already had planned. So you got to kind of keep that in mind, and that's why I personally write everything down, so I can go in and tweak it, cross stuff out, add stuff in, different things like that. And like I said, it doesn't matter how you choose to do it. I would just say write it down, put it somewhere physically where you have it, instead of just having it in your head, because to be honest with you, when things start to get crazy, your brain is unreliable, because you forget stuff because you're trying to remember this, and then it just gets bad. My third tip is going to be to know your limit. Know how much you can handle and still be efficient. Some people are able to take a ton of classes and work and do extracurriculars like myself and still function and manage and maintain a good GPA, and some people are not able to do that. So you need to make sure that you know your limit, and also learn how to say no. Because there are going to be plenty of times where people are going to ask you to do things, and you need to learn how to say no, and you need to learn to stick to, your schedule of things that you have. If you know that you have to read 3 chapters by the end of the night for class the next day, that's what you need to get done. And if someone asks you to do something and you know that you're not going to be able to get what you need to get done, if you do that certain thing, then you need to learn how to tell them no. Another tip I have is to make reasonable to-do lists, or when you write things down in your planner, to make reasonable lists. So for instance, the average person is not going to read 15 chapters in one night. So I would say to not even write that down as something to do, because you're not going to get it done. Write down reasonable things. You can read 3 chapters, you can outline notes for 2 classes, things like that. But if you have 7 classes, you don't want to write down, okay, I need to outline notes for 7 classes, book notes and lecture notes, and then I also need to read 2 chapters for all 7 classes, so I need to read 14 chapters in total, and I still have to start this paper. You know, those aren't reasonable to-do lists. You're more than likely not going to get those done. So just be reasonable with what you're doing. Now, I'm one of those people who have to plan out my day strategically, like down to the minute, because I have so much going on. Like I said, I do have 9 classes this semester. I do work, and I also am in extracurricular activities. So I do have, on top of YouTube, might I add, so I do have a lot of stuff going on. So I would say make sure you're doing what's important first. So education is going to be first no matter what. So make sure you're getting your schoolwork and your studying and stuff done, and then have everything else follows. So personally, what I do, and again, I'll show you in my planner, is I block out the times in my planner when I have class and when I have work. And maybe if I plan to film a video that day, like I will block out those times because my planner has, you know, time slots. So if I have class from 8 to 10, I will block out 8 to 10, so I know I cannot do anything from 8 to 10 because I'm in class. So that way, when it's time for me to study, I can look at my planner and I can say, these are the time blocks that I have open. These are the times where I can squeeze in studying, or I can squeeze in editing a video, or I can do whatever. So that's personally how I operate. I like to see everything laid out in front of me, and I like to see, you know, what times that I have to do certain things. So if someone does come and ask me if I can do something, I can just open my planner and I can look and see, okay, I can't do it this time because I have something to do, I have to study, or I have to work, or I just like to plan my day out strategically so that I know what's going on at every waking minute of the day. And if I have free time, I can maybe squeeze something in there. Whether it be something simple as going out to eat lunch with a friend or something, I can still look and see like, okay, yes, I can do that, or no, I can't do that. Going along with the whole planner thing, I know this video is kind of like all over the place, and I'm sorry, but I just have like so many tips in my head, and I do not want this video to be too long. But I do have a planner that I only use for work. The only thing that is in this planner are the days and the times that I work. And that just kind of helps me, just so you know, with this planner, this is going to be school and YouTube and extracurriculars and work, because like I said, I do block off the times that I work, but it's not going to be as specific as this. So I do carry both of these planners, or when school starts, I will carry both of these planners with me to back and forth to class and to work, so that I, like I said, I know. But just because I have so much written down in terms of work in here, and I want this to mainly be school and extracurriculars and YouTube, and I don't want to clutter this. So yeah, another tip that I have is going to be kind of a weird one, and it may sound like common sense, but try to eat healthy and stay hydrated. You tend to get more done when you don't eat like crap and you're hydrated, because when you eat like McDonald's or something, you start to feel groggy and you're just like, you know what, I will do this later. I want to go take a nap. And then you never get anything done. So I personally work a lot better when I have something good for me in my body and I'm staying hydrated, because I don't feel tired, I don't feel sluggish, I don't feel like I need a nap, and I'm able to get a lot more done throughout the day. Because I personally, when I was on campus, living on campus, I used to eat a lot of Burger King, and I would always just feel like crap after, and I'm like, I have to go back to my room and take a nap. Well, I would take like a 4 or 5 hour nap, and I would get up and didn't feel like doing anything, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a to-do list, because I didn't get anything done on the list because I was so tired from eating crappy. So I know it sounds kind of weird, but I personally am buying a lunchbox this semester, and I'm going to take food to campus with me, so I don't have to get things like Burger King or something when I want to eat something quick, or I have a quick break and I want to eat lunch. I'm going to just bring food with me, and that way it'll be a little bit easier for me. And plus, it kind of saves you money. If you're on a meal plan, then you obviously have to use up your meal plan, but I am not personally on the meal plan because I stay off campus, so it'll save me money. Instead of having to eat out, I can bring my own food with me, and it'll be a little bit easier for me. My last and final time management tip I have is to plan things ahead. I personally do not do anything last minute. Last minute things are just not for me, just because, like I said, I do plan my days out strategically to the minute. So last minute things kind of mess things up and I would have to rearrange things. So I would personally plan ahead. That's how I work best. I plan things ahead, and when I say ahead, I don't mean like months ahead. Like if someone comes to me 30 minutes before an event and say, hey, can you do this? I'm just like, you know, last minute things really just irk my nerves because I have everything planned out already. So for me personally, if it's not written down in my planner, it does not exist. So if someone asks me to do something or asks me to go to an event or I have to work, I always try to write it down, because if I don't, it honestly does not exist in my head. I rely on my planner for everything. And I know this video kind of seems like a planner related video, but I'm just trying to like stick it in you guys' head that it is so important to write things down. You don't necessarily have to use a planner like I said, but even if you use sticky notes, you're still writing it down. You can stick it on your notebook and have it in your backpack, and when you pull out your notebook, you can read everything. And I think that's the important thing, is being able to physically see it and know, okay, I have to do this at this time, this at this time, I have to study at this time, I have a study group on this day. You guys know where I'm going with this, so I'm just trying to reiterate that it's very important to write things down, because like I said, if someone comes to you last minute with an event or wanting to do something, now you have to rearrange everything in your mind, and you may forget something, or you may forget you have to go to work, or so yeah, I just highly recommend writing it down. Your phone works if you know you're a tech person. You know, like I said, no matter how you operate, just write it down, put it somewhere, set reminders on your phone, set alarms, you know, just do different things that'll help you remember, and where you're not solely relying on your memory, because like I said, that's not always the most reliable way to remember things, because as college students you will learn your memory goes quick because you have to remember everything, and you can't remember 1 minute from the next. Sometimes you're just like, wait, why did I just walk into this room? So yeah, just write it down. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please comment down below any other back to school videos you would like to see. Like I said, I am going to be doing a planner organization video when classes start back. And I also plan on doing like morning and night routines. So thumbs up this video if you would like to see, you know, videos like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.